Adaptive color is a hidden item in the basic Lightroom editing panel over here on the right side of Lightroom Classic that makes the auto button almost obsolete. My editing process used to start by clicking on the auto button, then move on to making any other editing to your taste to bring out your style. Now I go to the hidden adaptive color link and start there to get my fastest edits done. And I'm going to show you how you can make those fast edits with this hidden item. Adaptive color is under the color profiles. It's right here at the top, even though it doesn't show as the default one. Adobe Color does. Clicking on adaptive color does some quick edits, as quick as hitting auto, but they say if you're going to use adaptive color, don't click auto first, click adaptive color. In fact, you probably shouldn't click auto. When you click auto, you change a lot of these sliders down here. When you use adaptive color, none of those sliders have been touched. You can also change the amount of adaptive color you're using from 1 to 200. It defaults to 100, which I think is a good spot for it. I don't see where it really changes as you go much higher. I like it at a 100, so I leave it right there usually. Now it did a great job on the underexposed sky on this image, because what it does with raw or DNG files, it leaves the editing sliders unchanged, but what it does, it analyzes each photo and automatically improves its color, brightness, contrast, highlights, and shadows according to the image's content. Unlike a preset, it adapts its effects individually to every photo rather than applying identical slider settings. Adobe recommends it before applying any other edits, especially masking, healing, or removal work. So that's why you should start your editing by changing to adaptive color. When I edited this one before using auto, I had to mask the sky to bring back all the color in the sky. Now, because highlights hasn't been affected at all, I can go in and bring down the highlights even more. I want to bring up the shadows in those trees over there. And like I said before, when I'm doing a photo like this, that's basically a landscape, I want to pop up the saturation because I love color. Bring up the vibrance a little bit. Again, I want to pop up the clarity here because I like to bring out the detail in this landscape. I'm going to bring up the texture a little bit. And boom, I'm that's ready for me to finish and move on to the next one. I could have done all of that in 15 or 20 seconds. Not a problem. This next photo is going to show us that perhaps adaptive color may not be where you want to start with every photo. So I'm going to put adaptive color on this photo. And it, to me, makes it a little too dark. I'm going to bring up the exposure a little bit. And to me, the skin's a little orange. So I've got to go down into the color mixer. In the saturation part of the color mixer and bring down the orange so the skin tone comes down to more normal. I bring it down there. Now I'm pretty darn happy with that image. Let's go on to the next example. Let's change it to adaptive color. And it brought in the detail in all these rocks. Now this rock is a dry riverbed, And what this little boy, my grandson's looking at, is the fossilized dinosaur prints at Dinosaur Valley State Park here in Texas. Well, it brought back the detail in that riverbed. It's made him a little bit overexposed. So let's bring up the shadows. Let's bring up the exposure here. Bring down the highlights so his back doesn't have so much sunlight on it. And there, I'm pretty good, happy with that. Now here's another one with a person. Now this is a person with darker skin tones, doesn't have the orange skin tone of the previous person we looked at. But if we bring up, let's reset this. It's already set to adaptive color for some reason. So if we set it from Adobe to adaptive, it's going to bring that whole image exposure down a little bit. The only thing I think I want to change here now is bring up the shadow some. Other than that, I'm happy with that. It brought back the color up here, brought back, the dark background. Now, once you start using adaptive color, you may want to set a preset that uses adaptive color. And I've done that. I use adaptive landscape preset here on this one. So it's going to change it to adaptive color, and it's going to change some sliders over there. So let's use that. Changes the sliders like I did before, brought down the highlights, brought up the shadows, gave me some clarity and texture so you can really see the details there in the navy blue angels. Brought up the saturation as well. So I like it. This is a bunch of bluebonnets in an old cemetery nearby our house one spring. Again, sky is overexposed. If we go to adaptive color, it's going to bring back some of that sky. Now we got all the highlight slider left to work with, so we can bring back a little bit more of the sky. I want to bring up some of the shadows. That's too much. Let's bring it down about right there. Let's bring up some of the shadows. Let's bring up the saturation of those flowers. And let's bring up the clarity and texture because I love that in my landscape photos. So here's another one. And this time I'm just going to click on the adaptive landscape preset. Last one right here. It really is going to help the highlights. You notice the adaptive color brought back the detail in that birdhouse. By using my preset, I got everything I wanted. Probably want to come up a little bit higher with the exposure. And that's adaptive color. And now I look at that as my starting point for editing instead of hitting the auto button. Let's reset this one and hit auto and see the difference. To me, the adaptive color brought in a lot of the color I like back here, and a little bit more detail, I think. So the adaptive color looks at the overall image instead of moving sliders and leaves all the slider movement for you to work with after the AI makes changes to the editing. So let's go to adaptive color. And that's what it was right after adaptive color. I'm going to bring up the exposure, bring up saturation more, vibrance more, clarity, texture, and shadows. And to me, I like that photo right there. So put adaptive color under the profile drop down menu here. It's one of the tools in your toolbox, and start using that in your editing process on Lightroom, and you'll find you can get to an edit you're happy with a lot faster. Thanks for watching. I'll do some more Lightroom um, tutorials here in the future. Take care. Be sure to like and follow.